Hey y'all, let's talk about the betrayal of ourselves while loving a partner who hurt us. Imagine being expected to continue loving, serving, honoring, and supporting the very person who broke your heart. It's an incredibly challenging and painful situation to navigate, but it's a reality for many women and some men. How do we manage our current pain while trying to maintain a relationship with the one who caused that pain, even after they apologize? Or even worse, if they refuse to take accountability for their actions. Let's dive into this difficult but essential conversation. First of all, let me establish where I stand when it comes to love, okay? Love does not do things to cause harm. It does not excuse intentional behaviors that cause harm. And it does not require one to accept behaviors that cause harm, period. Okay, now that we've established that, what do you do if you catch your partner in a lie? Maybe you confronted them about being inappropriate online, or you discovered that they're still drinking, doing drugs, or smoking, spending money frivolously. Whatever habit they promised to stop, right? It might seem like a small thing for them to lie about, but what does that say about your relationship and the trust that you've built? When your partner fails to acknowledge their wrongdoing, it not only robs them of the opportunity to discuss their issue with you as their partner, but it also robs them of the chance to correct their behavior. It removes the possibility for them to apologize and work through the issue with you. Look, this is where the course of relationships can easily change. Ignoring the truth means that you become a willing participant in your partner's decision to deceive you in small things, which can open the door for more significant deceptions later on. Now, I want to prepare you because you're going to feel a sense of betrayal and sadness because you've come to terms with the fact that your relationship isn't what you thought it was, and you're grieving the relationship that you had in your mind, right? When we are uncomfortable, we usually want to fix that emotion. We want to remove that pain. And so we try to create a different narrative. Some of us has learned how to survive like this from childhood, or we've experienced trauma as an adult. Either way, it's a way to self-soothe and move on. But when you move on without resolving the issue, when you move on without having your feelings and needs supported, it's a problem. The part of you that's experienced the pain of someone you love disappointing you will come to the forefront as a means to protect you. Tell yourself that you're okay and that you deserve to heal through this betrayal. They don't need to remove the pain yet. You need to understand that this is the only way to trust yourself again. It's what activates your discernment. Ignoring these red flags provides a space for delusion. And listen, we exist in reality over here. So, what do you do when the issue is too small to leave over, yet too big to ignore? It's time to have a conversation when both of you and your partner are calm. Give them the opportunity to tell you the truth. They may still deny any wrongdoing. They may hide their behaviors better. They may even blame you. So be prepared for any of these things to happen. They may even threaten to leave you for not trusting them, which is ironic. Listen, they may gaslight the hell out of you, right? Especially if there's a power dynamic or if there's some dependency in finances. In these cases, move in the shadows. Do what you need to do for your own well-being. No one's going to judge you. No one has to know what happened. The ball is in your court. Take this time to decide what type of relationship you really want with your partner. If you're married, things are a bit more complicated because you may share finances, bank accounts, children, bills, property. If you're unmarried, you may share children, bills, property, right? But you don't have to get that divorce. My suggestion is to seek counseling for yourself or get a life coach, like a moi, right? To help you navigate this new season in your life. You may even need legal counsel if your finances are intertwined. Now listen, you may decide to stay and accept the behavior. You may decide to stay and enforce your boundaries. You may decide to leave the situation. Whatever you choose to do, it's important to work through these issues so you won't continue to repeat the same thing. Without resolution, resentment and distrust can become a part of the fabric of your relationship because you cannot unsee, unlearn, or unfeel what you've already experienced. So it's important to live within the reality of how things are and not how you want things to be. See things for what they really are. This will provide you with the clarity that you need to make a decision that's appropriate for your situation. When we continue to pull the wool over our eyes, when we continue to ignore these red flags, when we continue to give people passes to hurt us, deceive us, what does that say about how you feel about yourself? The moment you start loving someone more than you love yourself, and they decide to take advantage of that by hurting you, harming you, disrespecting you, abusing your love and your trust, and sometimes abusing you physically and emotionally, it's time to reevaluate the most important relationship in your life, and that's the relationship with yourself. It's okay to say, I'm worthy of something better. I don't deserve this. I want to be happy, healthy, and whole. It's okay to start to plan what your next step should be without telling anyone. It's okay to move in the shadows. It's okay to put your mental health, your physical well-being, your whole self first. Especially if you have children that are watching this, that can become pawns in what can be a disaster. Sometimes the person that hurt you will apologize and change their behaviors. Sometimes you're able to move through it and never look back. But in situations where you find yourself dealing with a pattern of behavior, it's time to do something different. That's my 2 cents. Take it or leave it, it's free.